just waiting for general round start. It will be loud, and it will be on the mic, so you'll know.
So I'm not too familiar with this Asa, but is it rushy or is it?
No, it's
not
it's not really rushy. It's very controlly. It wants a lot of different upgrades in the remote, and it just can lock things up.
So because of that, he didn't take a credit. Oh wait, he did. How did he install 3 things?
Asa Group.
Oh, Asa Group.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
I read this card.
Yeah. No clan vengeance in the runner. I think. Thank you.
So the reasoning, I had talked to him a little bit earlier about it. His reasoning behind it seems to be that he wanted it as aggressive as possible. And while Clan Vengeance is very good, it's more of a controlling card. So he wanted a much more aggressive build without having to take the tempo hit of installing Clan Vengeance.
Yeah. John clicking up to 6.
Yeah, he just wants immediate answers. 3. That's why he's on 3 of each breaker.
Mm-hmm.
And the slots are tight, so I can understand it.
For sure. And we have a UVC coming out from Pete Johnson, drawing 4, slamming 1 down, most likely in ice for a server 1 creation.
Just now getting the deck list, it also looks like 3 turning wheels as well. That's probably very important.
Yeah, I think it's
just get it early.
The consistency is super
He's looking
key
at
there.
find the truth in hand.
Yeah.
That's
FTT 0. Build it, build it, build it. Build that board. Clip going in the bin. That's a great target to hit. And drawing another clip and a Maxwell.
Maxwell's going to be huge this game.
Yeah.
Anything Glaciery, it's just the worst card to ever see.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Stinson is on HQ, so John has to be very careful not to go too low.
Mm-hmm.
You always kind of want to take the risk, but with the Stinson installed.
Yeah, and John obviously, that's front of mind. Yeah.
He's got to know it's a Stinson.
Yeah, laying it on top. Getting rid of the heat breakers. Look like we need one more. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Jinja, let's get it going. We have an ice reveal. It was a little too small for us.
Yes. We also have the tiny cameras.
Yeah.
It will remain a mystery.
He'd probably draw in here. Absorbing. Maybe hoping for a hedge fund or an IPO this turn.
Do you think it might have been a mistake to actually install that Stinson just to immediately remind John?
Yeah.
Of the threat of it?
Well, I can't remember if does PJ have any other upgrades.
Let's see. I mean, it's Asa. He's got to have a bunch, but I believe they're all remote upgrades.
Yeah, exactly. They're all remote upgrades, so that's definitely
barring
tech.
A Christian, which I don't believe he's running.
Yeah.
It looks like 2 Brian Stinsons, a calibration testing, and 3 Surveyors as his influence. Surveyor, brutal card. It's been everywhere.
It's so
here.
good.
It gets so big so fast.
Yeah.
So if you're already on Jinja,
it's really
just
good.
what you want to see.
Inject, get those heat breakers
Blork
in the
on the board.
Getting a refund for inject.
Yep. He's got 2/3 of his rig.
Mm-hmm. Probably a H-Fund daily cast, still 6+.
Yeah.
Econ for the rest of time. Oh, just a discard on that one since it was last click. Ginger Trigger. Another true mystery coming out from Pete Johnson. Vitruvius. Hashtag jam it.
Yeah.
2 points on the board.
Get the points while you can.
Let's go. Save those NGOs to baits later. There it is. FC3. I think that's a good place on HQ.
Yeah.
Make him work for the
he
Maxwell.
can't break it all, so I think he just has to lose the 6 and hope he doesn't get brain.
Yep. Find the truth. Oh no, he is triple clicking.
Oh, he triple.
Yeah.
All right.
Triple clicking. That's the turn. Let's see what we got. ELP. That will not be happening again.
No triple clicks here.
Yeah. Yeah, Pete really needs an NGO here, I think. There's no way John's going below 6. Those credits will just be on the side.
Before he puts it into his hand, good catch on his part.
Yeah.
with things like political dealings and Jinja going around, you have to be very careful when you draw.
Yeah, oh, for sure. No reason to game loss in time yourself. Okay. That was a HQ? No. Oh, that was just an R&D run.
Archives poke for Find the Truth.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
Just get some stuff on the board.
Win hack, going in the bin.
Hang out the unimportant stuff.
Yeah.
More E-strikes. It looks like he's saving the E-strikes for the ELP.
Yeah, correct.
Which, that's smart.
Yep, 100%. No need
Quick
to
check
play
of the
that ahead
bin,
of schedule.
Find a Blork, find a paperclip.
No
2
make red.
paperclips.
He's thinking about, do I jam? Do I triple? Do I replace?
Does he have anything to jam?
I think he has an upgrade.
So
that's
double Asa install.
Yep.
His
so-
money's starting to look a little rough.
Yeah.
He has a very threatening ice server.
Mm-hmm. But if he
Flipping
only
it
res
over.
one of it, like, yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Oh. And Pete with the heel turn, stacking credits on 6 instead of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately dislike this man.
Yeah.
I was rooting for you before, but now I've changed teams.
The game has changed. Hashtag war never changes. All
right.
John thinking this one out.
Going on.
Running in the remote, I think that's absolutely the correct move here.
Yeah, he can't really poke for Maxwell right now, which
Yeah,
is just.
no.
Is he on Hippo or anything like that
No.
to clear this? No.
Nope.
No
No.
destruction.
Nope. Just straight edge. I'm gonna have to pay through it.
Yeah. So that
with
Fairchild
Blork,
has really shut down that Maxwell.
Yeah,
because
100%. Yeah.
You can get through it. You just never want to. I believe the best bet would be try to find maybe an Ice Carver, but it doesn't look like he has it. And Mining Accident fires 2 bad pub. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that is huge.
Uh,
You get a third, you're starting to get
okay, there's a
conspiracy
data
breaking
sucker.
solves.
That's a.
Yep.
That's
will help.
also just as good as the Ice Carver.
Yeah.
Pinging away, losing
John have
another
the
Ice Carver. He does not. I checked.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slot Ice Carver. It's a good card.
It is a very good card. It says -1 on it for all
Yeah.
of them.
But that data sucker will do it. That'll bring it into a much more reasonable 4 credits for the Fairchild,
Yeah, absolutely.
as opposed to the previous 8. All right. We got a hedge fund. We got an ELP. Installing an agenda or advancing? No, it's got to be
No.
upgrades in that.
Yeah, I
remote.
think it's just all upgrades.
I don't think he's got anything for agendas yet.
Nope.
Click to draw. Just get something that he hasn't found, because John is very frequently pinging for that Find the Truth.
Yep.
0 trigger, finds the McRib.
Yeah, John really having all the pieces able to
Yeah.
get to the control state. Yep, R&D, let's take a peek.
Could be risky. The
It's 13. All right, so we got another.
clicks 1 and 2. He does not have the MK Ultra in the
Okay.
bin yet.
Architect.
Or does he? Did we miss one?
No, I don't think we missed it.
No,
yeah.
he missed one.
He
It's in
did.
your hand, John.
Player error, not commentator error. How
Oh.
dare.
And that's going to be a major setback.
Yeah, that's gonna change
Because it looks
things
like
up a bit.
Pete's just looking for any breaker he can
Yeah,
get.
and especially if that's a Vitruvius on top, jam it in the remote.
Yeah. Even if it's not, that remote looks so safe right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
7
it's-
credits.
Yeah, it's a weird mix of, like, if it's just the right ice, super locked. Otherwise, ugh.
Ignoring all cost.
Yep.
He gets the he gets an extra ice there.
Yep.
Picking up.
Yeah, Pete really needs some of that.
No,
econ
installing from
operation.
hand. Yeah, he needs
some-
something.
He needs a solid hedge fund take a credit IPO.
This is not a game to click for credits.
No. Looking for credits is for dorks.
He gets an ice on archives for it.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
All right, RNG key install.
Mm-hmm. But is it random? Is it really random? It's never random.
That's the secret.
Yep, that's yeah. Thanks.
If it's random, you're not playing the card, right?
Do you want to read it? Okay.
All right.
RNG,
Data Sucker
yep.
is getting built up. He's got his rig up. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
he does not quite have the memory for everything. I think he's digging for a turntable.
Yeah, certainly.
This does not look like too much of a turntable matchup.
Yeah. Yeah,
There
not
are some 3-pointers, but Vitruvius,
Yeah.
one Vitruvius already scored. You're likely just to hit the 3-pointer.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think turntable is. Turntable's purely for memory right now.
Yeah, Pete's Asa is a 8 agenda deck, 3 Akawa, 1 SSL, 3 Vitruvius, and a sales team.
Yep. Seeing the Loki on top, that extra Fairchild 3 coming into the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's nuts with this
Rebirth.
engine because John just runs every turn.
Rebirth is going to be big
Just
depending on what's
stacks.
archives.
Yeah. Pete definitely recognizing that he cannot have non-spiky ice on the central, so really good ice placement and choice there
Yeah.
from Pete on the left.
You're probably going to want something a little rougher on R&D at this point.
Yeah.
Just because too bad pub with that MK.
Right, so
Ultra.
it's our real world credit every time.
Yeah, it's a real world credit, and you got an RNG key.
Yeah.
I hope there's something rush on archives too, because he just hit that rebirth, and
Yeah.
if Omar comes online,
Wheel.
jamming it,
Yeah.
jammies.
This I feel good about this jam. I like
Yeah.
this one.
And that one
John
of the
also,
upsides-
yeah, John's still having to think about. That's the thing about Stinson is he still has to consider it.
Yeah, he still does have to consider it.
Yeah.
Rebirth might actually be better in Null, although it looks like Pete's gotten out of that money hole he was in earlier. He's up to 17 credits.
Yep.
But mostly, I think one of the major things is that Architect firing gave him knowledge of where the agenda was, so he could click to draw it and
100%.
get it out of the find the truth soft lock that John's got going.
I like that soft lock. That's good.
Yeah.
John evaluating the bin.
Actually, now that I look at it, there's only 3 things in that remote, so it's been an agenda for a while. It might be an NGO. That's distinctly possible.
I
feel
know
like
Pete, at least when I've played against him, he's not afraid to put a Nikawa in there and let it stew. So it is
That's
definitely
fair.
possible.
you really don't want to go through like a Fairchild and hit Nick.
Disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a one-way ticket
Yeah.
to sat down.
John definitely, when he's going to go to that room, he really wants to steal a win hack. Just to see.
Gets around
Look
the-
at that 6.
Yeah.
Be staying away from the group. Yeah,
He's got actual 2 credits.
Yeah, exactly. He's very aware of it, though. That's smart. That's how you're
Blork?
going to win this game. Breaking the Blork. Potentially.
All right. So, does he still have a stim hack in hand? I know he
I kn-
discarded 1 to 0.
And I think he has 2 in the deck. I don't know that he has one in hand.
So it's
It's somewhere.
Go through the Fairchild on HQ. It costs a Data Sucker
And 6.
and 6.
Yeah.
And then he's going to gain 5 back. It looks like he's not sitting around Stinson. I think he's just going to try to contest the remote.
Yep.
But the major thing is because it's a dirty laundry, he does not lose a click to ELP.
Yep.
Like that ELP.
Dodge it. Yep.
Um,
Yeah, Stimhack's really good here for
access.
Yeah.
He sees the Stinson, but he did not have the 5 credits.
Nope.
So he needs the stim hack just to save the click.
Save the click and pretend to keep some real world
yeah.
credits. All right, yeah,
All
John
right,
just
there's
bopping.
Liberated.
Liberated.
Is it one more liberated stim hack, or he's got a rebirth in hand? I don't think he wants to risk anything.
No. I think John is just prepping here. Yep, take the other 4. Yeah.
Do you just let this one go? That's so
I think
rough. Getting
it's
to 5
rough,
is just...
But I think right now that Fairchild has just been so brutally
Yeah,
taxing.
that early pitch of the turning wheel is coming back to bite him because he really wants some kind of pressure, especially with R&D so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, John just closing that account. Looks like
Yep,
Pete
it is an agenda.
is an
He is.
What do we got? Ikawa, Icky Wiki, 5-0. Pete Johnson on the mic. looking to jam a Vitruvius, while John needs to build the board a little bit more with the turning wheel.
All right, he's Omar.
And there we go. That is the turning wheel ID.
Still does not have turntable up, which is all of a sudden a very big deal.
Right.
He's locked on MU right now, and he's a little tight on cash, so he can't just...
He can't, he doesn't really want to get rid of the RNG.
Yeah, especially because it makes his runs so cheap.
Yeah. Oh, we may have forgotten RNG. Pete wondering if he saw it. Oh, it's Find the Truth. He's
it's
see
Find
it.
the Truth.
Oh, JK.
It does not matter.
Ignore it.
It's reveal first. I think he's wondering where to run first, because he hasn't paid anything yet.
Oh, we have a judge call.
Oh, we have a judge call. There was a mistake.
He kind of showed it before John committed to the answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. To be fair, it's Find the Truth. But yes, this is a immediate judge call.
Yeah.
Pete calling for the judge to see what's resolved.
It's probably not an agenda, so now John's in the position of like wanting to go HQ, because he knows it's not an agenda.
Right, yeah.
It's weird.
This is why you call judges, folks. If you ever are in a competitive event you don't know, just call the judge.
Let me tell you, the worst feeling is when you like resolve it some way and it winds up not working out for you.
Right.
And you just kick yourself afterwards. Like, don't knock the people for calling the judge. This is this is what they're there for.
Don't hate the player. Don't hate the game. Go hate the judge, because they're a mean judge.
Judges suck.
Definitely some conversation. Just peeking over to his balcony a little bit.
Explanation of the...
Can't see anything.
Yeah. And no credits were paid, so...
Yes.
On John's
board
part.
state has not changed. Yeah.
It's a reveal. It might just be a shuffle-in. That might be a solution. Because Pete hasn't seen the card either, so the only one with this information is Sean. And you are allowed to give out information as the corporation. You're allowed to, like...
Have that happen.
It's not good in any way, but it's not a game loss or anything.
Yeah. So it looks like we're getting a shuffle on R&D, no clicks spent, no money spent is what I think the ultimate judge call is here.
That card set aside.
That was, I think that's a Naked Jeeves install from Pete.
Was that there before?
I believe
that.
so.
I had thought that was pulled off the top.
Oh,
but
okay.
I might just be misremembering.
Okay. He does have a hand on it. Oh,
yeah.
So that, okay.
All right, shuffle, go on top.
So we have a Ginge on top. Getting Data Sucker, probably leaving it.
Oh, what it might have been is he might have pulled 2 cards by mistake.
Oh, okay.
And it's only supposed to be the top.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we cannot hear what's going on down there.
Sorry, folks. We don't have as much detail.
But given the judge ruling, that makes much more sense.
Yeah, 100%. John thinking he's got to leave that.
He doesn't care about this Ginge anymore.
Yeah, he's not trashing that.
The Ginge has already done its damage.
Yeah, it's done the damage, and there's no way that he's going to go try for first.
So what happened was...
We're getting some details.
I think the court accidentally flipped the second card of R&D.
Okay.
He didn't see it, but the runner saw the second card.
Yeah.
So they called the judge, and the judge call was that second card would be the card that was accessed, and the rest of the deck would be shuffled.
Okay.
So
All right.
card is now thumbed.
So what the ruling was is the corp accidentally flipped over 2 cards. Because he only had seen the second card would be the one that was revealed on top, and the rest of the deck would be shuffled.
Yeah.
All right. Got to be careful. Sleeves get sticky.
Go slow.
Clean your sleeves.
Do that magic thing where you take the card and put it on your mat and then pick it up.
Yeah. Turning wheel hits the board. He basically needs to set up a lock now.
Yeah. Don's got to go fast in terms of...
Because as soon as Pete hits an agenda, like if he puts anything in that server, John has to check, but he really doesn't want to.
Yep.
John definitely looking to set up a turning table and hit some 2-pointer to get that Akawa out there, because that's just danger zone.
Yep, so we have at least one install. Pete probably deciding the Asa Group install right now.
Yeah. Or not electing to. If it's an ice, it's just so
and then
expensive.
just taking 2. So we have an install take 2 from Asa. John coming back, taking those daily casts. and deciding what to do. Oh, see, we got groups of 5.
All right.
Immediate improvement on the board.
He's starting to redeem himself.
Status almost returned.
They're not in rows, but we're improving. All right.
John, done with triggers at the start. Checking archives. Seems like an Omar.
It's an Omar run. It's a poke. He's got to get that Maxwell online.
Yeah.
Find the Truth reveals something.
Okay. We're Omar into HQ, so it was not an agenda on R&D.
And he's naming for RNG key. Does he hit?
Looks like no.
No.
Yeah. Correct. No hit on there. So that was click 1.
No turning wheel in hand. That's going to be I kind of want him to drop that inject. But then he'd need to hit like stim hack turning wheel just to contest that.
Yeah, for sure.
That ELP is just paying so much dividends.
Oh, yeah.
2 and 3.
Is John still saving that?
He's got
he didn't have it. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have one.
E-strike.
That's right. Yeah.
The E-strikes were hit by 0.
Oh, okay, that's right. Cool.
There is a drawback to that card.
Doing an assessment here.
I have to think this is just like
a
bunch of nothing, but you can't risk it as the runner in this situation.
Yeah, and so this is
that is a
strength 10. So
10 strength, and at 10 strength the traces are no longer traces.
Yeah, they are. Read the sentence.
Yes.
So we got Data Sucker.
So we can
bring
lower
that
it
down
to
to
7, and then it's 9.
Okay, so tag. Right, so
he's taking the 2 tags and bouncing.
Yeah.
And that's really rough, especially if this is just bait, because he can just trash everything.
Oh, yeah, that is brutal. Losing turning wheel and Maxwell. I mean, you don't even need to really worry about Maxwell at this point, but the turning wheel is brutal.
I kind of wonder if you should have just popped popping 0 to get $1. I kind of wonder if you should have just popped Maxwell for that. Oh, that's game.
That's game.
I was wrong.
It has been
an agenda slipped through.
Yeah.
Good on Pete.
Look at that. Well, that's what we knew was the key to success there. Getting ice. On the remote with Jinja. 1x prickly on the centrals. Jamming it.
That's everything you wanted. Those giant surveyors are just so brutal.
Yeah. I mean, not a trace. Do the thing.
And, maybe Maxwell would have been right, but it looked like it was such a bait. Like, you can't trust that to be a Vitruvius.
No. And especially with 3 in the deck, 1 in the score area, that is definitely a hard bargain.